Hello, everyone. How are you all doing tonight? I am Dr. Lisa LaCON, and welcome to the Urban Suite on your Urban Twos for Change YouTube channel. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you all are fine. And welcome, 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 my urbanites. I hope you all are being safe out there on these streets. But I have some housekeeping things to discuss with you. Before we begin and get into the nitty gritty, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like, I need you to share, and I need you to subscribe to this channel. Why? Well, one, because the information that I'm going to share with you is very important. And also, it needs to be heard. It's just not just for you, it's for everyone. All right. This is just information for my urbanites. If you know of some urbanites, share it. Let them know that we are live right now. And we are live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? This program is sponsored by Blessed Ministries Incorporated. www.bmiworks.org. Blessed Ministries Incorporated. www.bmiworks.org. That is our website. If you want more information about who we are, go to the website. But we are a workforce development agency in Newark, New Jersey. So if you are looking for employment and you reside in any county north of, let's say, Middlesex County, give us a call at 973-733-WORK, which is 9675. So again, I'm Dr. Lisa LaCON, and welcome. Man, we have a lot to discuss tonight. We are talking about orgasms. And do women value their partner's orgasm more than their own? So that's a huge question, because oftentimes we are very shy when it comes to human sexuality. We don't like to talk about it, but guess what? Somebody's doing it, because if you're hearing me or if you're watching me, someone had sexual relations, and as a result, you're here. Now, oftentimes some people may look through a catalog and whatever, but there was some type of egg and sperm connection to take place. So, my ladies out there, this is for you. And my men out there, this is for you also, so that we can please one another. Because I'm not just for talking to women and pleasing them, or talking to men and pleasing them. It's a joint effort. We have to please one another. So, ladies, do you have orgasms? And if you do, how often do you have orgasms? But prior to me getting into that, what is an orgasm? Does anyone know what an orgasm is? Anyone? Well, an orgasm is basically a human sexual response to stimulation. If your body is being stimulated, the technical things that happen in terms with blood flow and all of that affecting the nerves, I'm not going to get into that because that would bore you. I'm going to get into other aspects of having an orgasm so that you will know if you've ever had one or you didn't, and how to communicate to your partner that you would like to have an orgasm. Because oftentimes, according to what I was reading today, that a lot of women don't express their desire to have an orgasm when they're not sexually satisfied. Men, women don't just like the hump it and the stump it. They don't. They want and would prefer something else, and that is an orgasm. So, what is an orgasm? How does it look? Now, it looks different from a man to a woman. So, one study in I think it's the medical, the medical news today, it talked about men versus women. That men during sexual intercourse, they experience an orgasm 90% of the time, whereas women is less than 50% of the time. So that means men, for the most part, when you engage in a sexual activity, 90% of the times you have an orgasm, whereas women, it's 50% of the time, but that is through sexual intercourse. Now, for women as well as men, you can experience an orgasm outside of sexual intercourse, meaning sexual penetration. So, what is an orgasm and how do we get it and what are the stages? So, according to William Masters and Virginia Johnson, they were two sex experts in the field, and they actually created sexology. From the 1950s to the 1990s, they actually studied the human relations and sex based on sexual activity. So when I say they had subjects, they actually watched people have sex. Now, it wasn't like porn or anything like that. They had people wired different various body parts to measure what was heightened, what was not, and all these other things. So in their study, they found 4 phases of orgasm for women. And the phases are, let's see here. Number 1 is excitement. Number 2 is plateau. Number 3 is orgasm. And then number 4 is, what is it? The resolution. Okay, so I'm going to get into all of this soon, but I have come up with my own set of stages for an orgasm. All right, so I'm going to tell you my stage, and then I'm going to incorporate Masters and Johnson's stage. Okay, so the first one that I came up with is curiosity. That's the information stage. That's the imagination stage, because for women, one of the best ways to achieve an orgasm is in your mind. Okay, it starts in your mind. So this is how it looks. So say, for instance, if you see a man walking across the street and something about him, it kind of excites you. I don't know what it is. It could be his swag. It could be his smile. It could be his eyes. It could be how he smells. Some people love men that smell good. Some people that love men that are certain physique. I don't know what it is, but then once you see it with your eyes, your mind starts to play, this imagination starts to go on, right? You think this person is the best thing since sliced bread. Very, very attracted to this person. Guess what? He's never even met you. He doesn't know your name. You don't know his name, but there is something there. I call this the imagination zone. Okay. And then from the imagination zone, you start to become desirous of him. You start to become very desirous. And then your imagination goes even further. You may think, I wonder how he's like in the bed. I wonder, is he nice? Is he soft? Like what? Your imagination is going over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to meet him, introduce myself to him, whatever. You're in that zone. Once you have reached the desire zone, you are now in the excitement zone. Now, this zone is the physical contact zone. This is when you are stimulated physically, okay? Now, prior to you being stimulated physically, you have to be stimulated mentally. The environment has to be set. The environment has to be right. Meaning, okay, how does he look? How does he smell? Listen, nobody wants to be around a man with bad breath, okay? That's a huge turnoff. Body odor, huge turn. Well, maybe some people like that. That's not for me. Okay. So that's why cologne is $1 billion industry, and mouthwash and toothpaste. All right. So anyway, the environment has to be on point, right? So for me, I get easily distracted. I can't concentrate with a lot of music. So I need it to be quiet. Not overly quiet where it's kind of boring, but I need it to be quiet. The environment has to be right. So if the environment is set correctly, and your man is touching you correctly, meaning he's touching those spots. He could be kissing your neck. He could be touching your breast. He could be, kissing you down your spine, down your body, whatever, kind of massaging you. Because a lot of women like to be massaged. And I'm telling you, women love to be massaged on their back. Why? Because we wear a bra, okay, most of us, every day. And oftentimes that back area is a little sore. So that's like, oh my good, like a nice back massage. You're setting the environment up. You're setting it up right for, ooh. So anyway, that's what you want to do. And then you have to kind of ask, well, do you like this? Do you like to be kissed? Do you like, to be rubbed, touched? Well, we call this foreplay. Okay. A lot of women, I would say most women enjoy foreplay. We just don't like just the hitting in it, no, 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 no. You get yours, but we want to get ours too. Okay. So you're doing the foreplay and all that other stuff. Now, women, you have to educate your man on how to best achieve an orgasm, if you've ever achieved one or not. Research also says that most women receive their first orgasm by the age of between 10 and 13 due to masturbating. So, women, we have the tendency to explore ourselves sexually, and there is nothing wrong with that. I think the way the body is made, God did an awesome job. We have our own personal lubricant, we have breasts, we have these nerve endings on our nipples and things of that nature, which assist in heightening us to reach that ultimate climactic experience. But oftentimes men don't know this. So we have to show them and be gentle about it. Don't be like, no, you better put your hand right here. Oh, no, no, just delicately, put their hand where you want it to be, where you want to be stimulated. Okay. So then once the environment is set, and then he's touching you, that's the desire is done. And then the excitement. The excitement is like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. It's at this point, this excitement point, where you become more lubricated. And this is how God worked it out. You become more lubricated in anticipation of the male penis being inserted in the vagina. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, when you think about it, it's like, outside of looking at sex as this raw, nasty entity in life, it really is a beautiful concept how our body is and was created to accept a male penis, how our body was created to perform these things, for our nipples to expand and the area around our nipples to heighten and to peak, all because of our mind and what we feel. With sex, it's a combination of the cognitive realm, the physical realm working together. It's both. You have the physical and you have the cognitive realm. And it's just amazing when you think about it, especially if you're doing it with the person that you are connected to. I'm not talking about strangers. I'm talking about a person that you're connected to, your spouse. That's what I'm really talking about. But, hey, whatever floats your boat. So with this round, this is the excitement round. All right. So the excitement round, we're starting to touch. We're starting to enjoy one another's company. And then from that realm is the plateau. Now, the plateau is the blood flows and everything is engorged with blood. And then once it heightens, it's sort of like it's a peak. And then once it peaks, oh my goodness, that's when you have the orgasm. And the orgasm lasts for about 13 to 51 seconds. And that's when your body stiffens, everything is just released, the endorphins are going crazy. So it's like, ladies, if you're not experiencing an orgasm and you're not exercising, you're probably somewhat miserable. All right. So, anyway, and then everything settles down. That's the resolution. But my thing is, how do you ask a man or instruct a man or to inform a man what you want in the bedroom? This is a conversation that you all have to have, and you cannot be shy about it. You can't be shy. You have to lay it out on the line to say what you like and what you don't like. And he has to do the same thing, because you want both parties to have that resolution opportunity under the guise of good sex. You want good sex. You don't want to just please him all the time. You want to be pleased also. So, how do you tell your man, you know what? This is what I need in the bedroom. So, number one, you need to be honest and say, this is what I like. Even if you are on the kinky side, you need to let your man know, I like sex toys. Do you like sex toys? I like sex toys. And this is why I like sex toys. Would you like to try sex toys? Because some men are like, but I'm going to tell you, most men will give into that. Most men are not going to shy away from sex toys. So if you say, you know what, I like sex toys and I'm going to show you what I have, let's try it. Most men are not going to shy away from that. Trust me. And then you may say, you know what? I like to be stroked. I like to be stroked in this place, my breast. I like to be stroked on my legs, and then you can ask him the same time. So what do you like? So it's a joint effort. It's not only you, getting the pleasure, but it's you giving it also. And you all can play a game and say, this is what I like. Tell me what you like. And then your turn could be, well, this is what I like. Tell me what you like. Some people like to dress up. If some people like to dress up, you know what? Dress up. Because guess what? We dressed up for Halloween and didn't get anything out of it except cavities. So if you like to dress up, dress up. Let your man know, but don't be shy. I'm going to be honest. I was very hesitant when I first got married because I thought it was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how receptive my husband would be with certain things. And sometimes I'm still a little, hesitant. I'm slowly but surely, growing out of that. But for the most part, you have to express your desire. Now, if you've never had an orgasm and you're an older woman, explore your own body. Explore your own body. Do you know where your clitoris is? Do you know how to stimulate your clitoris? There are a lot of jellies out there if you have difficulty becoming lubricated. There's KY jelly out there. There's other things out there. I do not recommend petroleum or anything like that. No, I would stick with like the KY jellies if you have a difficult time becoming, lubricant. Oftentimes with age in women, it's very challenging for us to experience that also. So ladies, you may have to walk around with a KY jelly in your purse when you get to be 50 or 51 or so. That's just like a staple. Instead of having hot sauce, you have the KY jelly. So anyway, you have to share. Do you like wearing costumes? Do you like making loud noises? Do you like talking? I don't like talking. Talking, it seems too fake for me. Like a lot of the talking. Yeah, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm like, just shut up and just do it. I don't want to hear no talking. Okay. But say for instance, your partner may enjoy talking. So guess what you do? You talk. I mean, with men, it only lasts for about 15, 20 minutes, if that. So you can just talk and say anything because men don't really, I love men because they're just so easy to please. They really are. For us, it's a little more challenging. It really is. It's more of a mental game. If we're stressed out too much, it's not going to happen. If we're too tired, the orgasm is not going to happen. If the condition is right, the orgasm is not going to happen. So everything has to be in the right condition. So you talk with your man, you ask him these questions. What do you like? I like this. Now, the thing is, if you have a large body count, and this is why it's very dangerous if you've slept around with a lot of people, because you could be bringing your past into your current relationship. So, say for instance, you slept with Johnny, you slept with Patrick, you slept with Mike. Johnny, Patrick, and Mike might like certain things that you have graduated from, and now you're bringing it into a relationship with, say, Stephen, and Stephen doesn't like any of that. So now you have to reprogram yourself to please Stephen. So now you have 4 body counts, and then you may go into the next sexual relationship with that additional Stephen, and then the next person you're with may not like what Stephen liked or the other 4. So it's sort of like being a virgin, especially when you're getting married. Now, I was not a virgin when I was married, but being a virgin, being married is like a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want. You have nothing to compare to. You have nothing to say, oh my gosh, Mike is not like Johnny. I like the way Johnny had sex better than Mike. And then what you do is you start to ask Johnny or Mike to act like your past people that you were in a relationship with. So I don't know if that's fair or not. I don't, but if that's what you like, you have to be honest. Okay. So you have to be honest, ladies, because let me read something. This is interesting. I'm going to read something from Twitter. And there is a misconception that most women don't experience orgasms from penetration. But those studies don't reveal how comfortable a woman needs to be to experience an orgasm with a man through penetration. Well, a lot of studies do. It's mental and the relationship aspect. Okay, so how do you get along with the person? And guess what? Are you mentally ready to experience the orgasm? So this guy says it's not that most women can't orgasm from penetration. It's that it takes more than just penetration for them to orgasm. Okay. They need to feel comfortable enough to surrender to their orgasm. Men, you want her to get there? Uh-oh. This is what, brother, I'm talking about. Let's see. And then this other dude says, of course, men are going to think they're great if women are always faking. Oh, are we faking? I can't fake an orgasm. Can you fake an orgasm? I can't fake an orgasm. I just can't. He can't give you an orgasm if he doesn't know how to. Uh-oh. Men, now this part is for you. Do you know how to give a woman an orgasm? What I said previously is for both, but now I'm speaking specifically to you, men. Do you know how to give your woman an orgasm? Because that's important. If you've been married for more than 2-3 years and you've never given your wife an orgasm, shame on you. Shame on you. But perhaps you don't know. So if you don't know how to give your wife an orgasm, and perhaps she doesn't know how to, have an orgasm, you all can get a book. You can go to the library, get a book, read up on it, and explore her body. Explore your body. This is the fun thing about being in a relationship with someone that you're safe with, exploring people's bodies, seeing their deficiencies, seeing their scars, touching the inside of the thighs, things of that nature. It's exploratory that will allow you to get there. You have to explore because some men don't know what they're doing. Mm-mm. And when it comes to sex, this it's not something that we teach our children for the most part. It's not like the ABCs. A, B, C, D. No, we don't say this is what you do to stimulate, you touch the clitoris, you do. We don't really talk about that. Now, I did somewhat. I didn't get into the nitty gritty of it with my children, but I did somewhat. I talked about sex with them, and I came from the perspective, from a biological perspective, what's happening in their body. When people talk about the birds and the bees, why are you shy about talking about sex? Sex is all around us. It really is. You can turn on the TV right now and you see somebody engaged in a sexual activity. You can walk down the street and see somebody engaged in a sexual activity. We see it, but no one really wants to talk about it. Why is it so taboo? I don't know. But anyway, this is what you have to do, because the brother said he can't give you an orgasm if he doesn't know how to. So I'm thinking, brother, maybe you don't know how to give a woman an orgasm. So again, the stages are: 1, the imagination zone. When we're looking at you, brothers, we're thinking, he is fine. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yes. Remember that? Ooh, yes, he is fine. And then from the imagination zone, we have the desire. We want you, okay? We are desirous of you. And then once you start that relationship and then the sexual activity starts, that's the excitement. That's when we're stimulated. We are stimulated by your touch. We are stimulated by the sound of your voice. We are stimulated by your smell. This is what heightens a woman to have an orgasm. These conditions have to be set. And then the next one is excitement. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's the touch part. And then from the excitement, the plateau, that's when we experience the actual orgasm. That's when the blood flows to those parts of the body. It flows to the nipple, it flows to the clitoris, and it engorges it. And then it's just released. And then the song, boo, dun, 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 comes on. Yes. And then it happens. And then we go back to normal. But ladies, we have to explore our bodies. It's no different than examining our breasts every month. Examine your breasts, examine your body to know what turns you on. You are the best person that knows how to stimulate yourself. You. And women, you need to have the conversation with men to let men know what you prefer in the bedroom. Because if you don't let men know what you prefer in the bedroom, they're probably thinking that they're kings, when in actuality, they're just jokers in the bedroom. And you have to be honest with them. You can't allow them to think that they're one thing and then they're not, okay? And you cannot be shy. Again, there's nothing wrong with talking about sexual activity and sex. It's a part of life. Some people take full advantage of it, which is a shame, because God created us to be sexual creatures. If you place all women on an island, and if you place all men on an island separately, there's no life that can form from either one. And that's why I'm talking to both of you all together, because it does take both parties to enjoy one another sexually. And this is what the hope is for humanity. It really is. Not to look at sex as something taboo, not to look at sex as something that we never discuss with our children or we never discuss with our partner. We have to discuss how you make me happy in the bedroom. And guess what? Some feelings may be hurt, but that's okay. That comes with a relationship. You have to communicate those things to your partner, and you have to be honest what you like and what you don't like. Say for instance, if your man comes in and he sings a song dressed up as in a cowboy outfit, you may say, you know what, I really don't like that. But if that's what makes him happy, it's called compromise. And like I said, it only lasts for about 20 minutes. So you can compromise that, right? So, women, talk to your man. Men, listen to women. And men, if you don't know how to give your woman an orgasm, you know what? You can read a book. You can go on YouTube. There are a lot of things out there that will help you determine how to do that. Right now, I can tell you, but this is not the format how to do that, because I don't know, YouTube may put me in some type of zone or something. I don't know. They may say this is pornographic, but I'm coming from a perspective, from a biological perspective, what happens to us, also from a cognitive perspective. So it's not pornography. I'm just keeping it real and letting you know what we like in the bedroom. So once you have all those factors in place, there's no excuse, men, not to give your woman an orgasm, because at the end of the day, we want to be like you. Every time there's sexual intercourse, we want it to be 90% of the time for us to have an orgasm. Because truth be told, men, once they've reached their orgasm, they're done. I mean, we can continue having orgasm 1 and 2 and 3, 5 times out in the night in one session. We can. So, but anyway, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have questions, they have to be respectful about orgasms, about relationships, about the mental capacity and how to be in a relationship. Definitely email me or contact me through Facebook. So this has been fantastic. And I have to go. Time is running out because I give myself 30 minutes and my dog just barked, letting me know, okay, sister, you done had enough time talking about some orgasm. So anyway, until next week, next Tuesday, live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you are listening to Dr. Lisa LaCON on your Urban Tools for Change YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. Oh, this is my dog right here. I'm telling my dog welcome. Right here, big old dog. So anyway, until next time, thank you. Good night.